chapter 3, we had learned that atoms and molecules are the fundamental building blocks of matter. The existence of different kinds of matter is due to the different atoms constituting them. And now in this chapter, we are going to see how the very first structures of atoms were described as, which scientists had put them forward, and much more. So let's just dive into it. Dalton's atomic theory is one of the fundamental theories in chemistry introduced by the scientist named John Dalton in the year 1808. Here are the key postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Number 1. Matter is made up of tiny, indivisible particles called atoms. According to Dalton, all matter consists of atoms, which are the smallest units that retain the properties of an element, which we now know has turned out to be wrong because we know that atom is divided further into subatomic particles, which are protons, neutrons and electrons. Atoms of the given element are identical in mass and properties. Dalton proposed that all atoms of the same element have the same mass and chemical properties. It's not like if a particle, like we can take for example hydrogen. Hydrogen and all types of hydrogen will have the same mass and the same chemical properties. If we talk about H2O, water. If we take the water from sewage or normal fresh water or salty water, the chemical formula, the chemical property of water will always remain H2O. It will never change. Atom of oxygen, for example, is identical to every other atom of oxygen. Now, when we talk about the third point, which is atoms of different elements have different masses and properties. And when we talk about the fourth point, which is atoms cannot be created, divided or destroyed, Dalton believed that atoms are indestructible and indivisible, meaning they cannot be broken further down into smaller particles, which we now know that it's false because they can be divided into further particles, which are the subatomic particles, which were later discovered. Now the fifth point which comes is atoms combine in simple whole number ratios to form compounds. The chemical compounds are formed when atoms of different elements combine in fixed simple whole number ratios. For example, the ratio of water H2O will be 2:1 because there are two particles of hydrogen, meanwhile one particle of oxygen atom. So this is why they are in fixed proportions. Now the sixth and the last point is chemical reactions involve the rearrangement of atoms, which proves that during a chemical reaction, atoms are neither destroyed nor created. Many scientists contributed in revealing the presence of charged particles in an atom. It was discovered by the year 1900 that the atom was not just a simple indivisible particle but contained at least one subatomic particle. The electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson. Before electron was discovered, E. Goldstein in the year 1886 discovered the presence of protons, which is another subatomic particle.